Hello. It's been a while. I've had to postpone this video for a few weeks now because I've been suffering from the deadly virus, common cold. Plague. I'm just glad, touch wood, to finally be well enough to start recording videos again. Anyway, enough said. Let's get talking. Analytically. I've been uploading on YouTube for a little over 2 months now. In that time, I've created a French channel, teased you with a few shows, started an entire petition, reached more than 15,000 views, and gotten over 100 likes in total. Thanks for that, by the way. I've gained 4 subscribers this month alone, and honestly, I couldn't be happier. Fat lie. And now, I'm here, presenting to you my 27th ever video on this channel. But it wasn't always this way. No, it wasn't really until late November that things began to take off. That's all because of a little something I did back at the end of last month. It was then that I had come to realise that I'd been doing a few things wrong. Anyway, I'll use that as a way to help you, my loyal viewers, to improve your own channels. Aww. For starters, my content was extremely varied, and it kinda still is. Nothing wrong with that. But the kind of people who watch Adopt Me videos, I'm sure, aren't the same people who watch stuff about British politics. I decided I'd mainly be focusing on my little political humour videos. I've actually got one about the North-South divide coming up soon. I'd still be posting the occasional Roblox video, don't you worry. And sometime soon I'll start working on my new how do you actually say it? Genealogy series, frog hunting, so stay tuned if you're interested. That's one tip I saw in a lot of those starting a channel and YouTube tutorials. Keeping a consistent theme for your content. It makes sense after all. You wouldn't expect to find Minecraft videos, for example, on a channel centred around flipping bird watching, would you? Well, then again, I suppose I don't watch too many bird watching videos, so I wouldn't know for definite. It's an example, okay? But yeah, if your channel is struggling on YouTube, my advice to you is to make sure your content is at least a little consistent. I found that helps a lot. Another key suggestion I have for you, and this one's straight from the heart here, script your videos. I cannot express to you enough how important this one is. Just look at this example from about a month ago. Honestly, I'm not 100% sure of what this next one's trying to say. It's like trying to decode Egyptian hieroglyphics, actually. Except you have the gist of it, but not the gist of it. Do you catch it? You don't understand what I'm saying, do you? No, me from 1 month ago. I don't think even the Egyptians understand what you're trying to say. Honestly, just listening to that clip makes me shudder. And that's what happens when you go off script. Or rather, do what I did and don't make a script entirely. And it's easy to make one. And no, you don't turn to AI to do all your work for you. It's lazy, it's unoriginal, it's repulsive. No, instead, and this is very simple what I'm about to say, just write it. It may seem hard at first, but as long as you stay true to yourself and write casually, like how you talk in day-to-day conversation, it'll be a piece of cake. God damn it, now I'm hungry. Or, on the other hand, if you're struggling with writing it yourself, you could always hire an expert on Fiverr for a small fee. Anyway, if you're interested, not only is that incredibly sad, but also this is my first video I've actually ever scripted. Mark it on your calendars, laddies. And please don't clip that was actually really cringe, oh my god. I also recommend making an engaging thumbnail for your videos. It makes all the difference. And you don't need any fancy schmancy apps to make a great thumbnail. Sure, it makes it easier if you do, but it's not essential. You could literally use PowerPoint for what it's worth. No one's stopping you. And my final tip to you is, well, for me anyway, somewhat of a no-brainer. Be creative. If you're anything like me, you joined YouTube to make original content. If you're going to copy someone else's homework, what's the point? And that's also how a lot of famous people got where they are today. They just sort of did their own thing. And not just that, be funny. Sure, there's some situations where trying to be funny is, well, borderline inappropriate. But why do you think people pay to see stand-ups? And if you've ever watched the news, you'll know many parts of the world are in a sorry state at the moment. But it doesn't have to be that way. And from a psychological perspective, humour truly is one of the best ways to move on from, well, pretty much anything. Maybe you've had a hard day in the office, or just dropped your bubblegum ice cream on the floor. That one hit too close to home. Maybe you just need a lift. My personal guidance to you? Have a laugh. It makes all the difference. That's why, in all of my videos, I try to include at least one little gag, or put something comedic in the descriptions. For me, seeing even one person laugh is something I'd consider some level of success. And being funny is one of the greatest ways to connect with your audience. So, what are you waiting for? There's no post-credit scene in this video. In fact, there's no credits at all. I hope you've taken at least something from this. Otherwise I'll be sat here talking to a literal laptop for no reason. So, if you're still there, get out there, make great videos, and maybe make a few people laugh along the way. That's all from me. Until next time, thanks for watching. So I just realised I don't actually have an outro, so what if I just, show you some memes I made with some funny background music? Would you like that? Yeah.